Hi cuties and welcome to Litmas! It is day 1 of Litmas. If you don't know what Litmas is when I spend 25 days uploading videos, really. Not uploading, but like posting videos. There's 25 videos coming your way every single day up to Christmas, and then I take the rest of the year off. And by take the rest of the year off, I mean I'm preparing for the new year. So I'm really not taking any time off. We're just going and going. But today, we're gonna kick it off with a baking video. Yeah, I'm very excited. I've never made this recipe before. If you've been around here for a long time, you know that I occasionally like to do bookish recipes. I used to call it literarily baking, and then I stopped for a while because those videos are a lot of work and I'm lazy. So today we're gonna make an iconic literary recipe. It's one of the more famous foods in the sphere of the literary world. And if you know me, you also know that I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Hi, look, I have a Gondor bow and an Erebor bow. Look at them. I have them. We're going to use them today. Maybe. We'll see. We're going to be making Lembas bread.
One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
How many did you eat?
4.
Maybe I'll be talking in my really bad Hobbit accent, which is really just a bit of my Irish and sometimes turning Scottish, depending on which Hobbit I'm trying to be. I'm usually a mix of Pippin and Merry. Buckleberry Fairy. That was a bit dairy. That was a bit Dairy Girls there. The pigtails have done something to me today. We're fine. We're making Lembas bread. Lembas bread actually seems fairly simple. So the ingredients that you will need are 2.5 cups of flour, except we live in high elevation, so we're going to add more than that, probably, I don't know if I should have 3 full cups, probably 3 cups, because we want it to be thick, we don't want it to be flat, because we're high elevation here. A teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, a half cup of softened butter, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. When you do the accent, it makes it sound like you're saying a turd instead of a third, but it's a turd. A teaspoon of cinnamon, a half teaspoon of nutmeg, and this here means dogs cannot have this. Dogs are very allergic to nutmeg, so don't give your dog a little bit of this, no matter how much he's asking you. Luckily, mine is passed out right now, so we're fine. Wow, we went into Minnesotan, we're fine. 2/3 cup heavy whipping cream, a half teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a half teaspoon of almond flour. Though I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna add a little bit more of these because I like flavors. And that's really it. You also can get like banana leaves and twine to actually give it the look. I couldn't find banana leaves in Colorado at this time of year. So I've got twine, but I'm not gonna wrap it in anything. I'll probably just wrap it in some parchment paper. That's probably gonna be fine. And yes, now we're gonna really be stuck in this accent for the rest of this video, okay? Buckleberry Fairy, let's go. You know what we're not gonna add? Mushrooms or potatoes. This is what a normal person does in their me time, right? This is a normal activity. Just wanted to check on that. All right, so the first step is we're gonna preheat our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm so sorry, I don't know what it is for the rest of the world out there, but you know, you have Google. And we're also gonna get our cookie sheet out. I don't know how big, I'm getting my biggest one. And then we're gonna line it with parchment paper. I'm a cheater, and I have pre-cut ones because they're way easy. Look at that, already pre-cut. Because if you know me and if you've ever seen me use cling wrap or aluminum foil out of the rolls, you'll know that it's not a good time. Okay, now for real step 1. We're going to sift our flour, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg into a large bowl. I don't have a sifter, so we're going to do this the poor person's way. If we want to pretend we're sifting, we're gonna throw it all through a strainer into a bowl. I don't know, I'm gonna have to move you if you guys want to see the magic actually happening. Let's bring it down. Here we are. I got these fancy ones I got from Costco. These guys, they like seal and like, oh, look at that. Oh, now you can open it. Hello. We're also going to turn into Mrs. Doubtfire, apparently. All right, so sifting. Well, actually, you know what we'll do? I know what we're going to do. Ignore that for now. We're gonna put everybody in here because it sifts it all. I think we're gonna sift it all together. So I'm gonna grab my cup right here. Wow. And then I learned a trick. We're gonna kind of do some stabbings like that. And then we're gonna do that. So there's 1 cup. Just to really make sure that we pocket in to make sure we're getting the right amount that we want. Boom, there's 2. Now again, if you're in higher elevation, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup more. Just because we want puffy Lembas bread. Oh, hi! Someone else was waking up. He's my kitchen dog. All right, there's 3 cups. Make sure that when you're doing this, you're wearing black. Because that's the only way you know you're a real baker, is if you're using flour and wearing black. Did you want to help? Do you want to make Lembas bread? Are you a bit of a Nazgul? You're giving Nazgul vibes, bub. Creeping around on me as I'm making food. I'm gonna have to wash my hands now because I just touched your slobbery mouth. Again, the baking powder. We need our 1/2 teaspoon. Where is Moana? No, 1 teaspoon, but it's fine. 1/2. I'm just gonna keep using Moana because we're gonna use her again and again. Done. Putting away as I go. We need our salt. I'm not gonna make the mistake I made when I was a child. But it's also a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. When I was a child, I was making chocolate chip cookies and I put a 1/4 cup of salt in them because I couldn't read my mother's handwriting and I was 11, Emily. We're doing a full teaspoon of cinnamon. There's a 1/2. There's another 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. This is brand new nutmeg because I haven't used it yet. So no, Paul, this is not for you. Wow. Wow, okay, I'm fine. Just stab things when you don't know what to do. Just stab it. It's fine. There we go. All right, is that everybody in the first one? That's everyone in the first one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take Moana here. I'm just gonna mix them up real quick. So that everyone's together. So this is our faux sifting. Now, could I tell you what sifting actually does as a baker? No, I could not. I just know it's an important step sometimes, especially for like, I think fluffiness or something. I don't know. So, you like how I do this on my stove because it's a totally safe area to be doing this. Basically, I'm just going to pour it through here. I'm gonna do this. Definitely get some over. You know, that's the tax. And then we're gonna pat it. Give it a light patting. It's gonna take a bit. But you know, it's the same thing as, you know, getting a fancy, you know, $50 sifter. So there you have it. Poor man's version of a sifter. Or you can just say screw it and just mix it with a spoon or a whisk or something like many people do. Almost there. We're so close. There we go. Everything's nice and sifted. Just look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know why it looks different, but it does. All right, so now that we have our sifted dry, we're gonna add in our butter and sugar. So, which is our brown sugar. Again, we're doing a 1/3 cup. We've got a 1/3 cup. This is one of my favorite things. It's my fancy butter dish, which is really a butter dish inside a broken bento. But that's a softened butter. I'm so sorry, now the lighting's all weird because I turned on this light. I don't know, but we're doing that. Okay, and we're gonna beat it. We're going to beat it with an electric beater. Like we would like to beat Saruman back into his senses. Low, medium speed until crumbly. Don't do it this way at home, kids. Wait a minute, it said there's honey. I forgot there's also 2 tablespoons of honey in this. I was like, where'd the honey come from? It just, my brain skipping. It smells really good though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, well I think that, I don't know, there was no pictures on this recipe, but that looks pretty crumbly. It looks like crumbles to me. So now we're gonna be adding more of our wet ingredients in. So we're gonna be adding our cream, our honey, that I forgot to mention, vanilla, and almond extract into the bowl. So let's pour our cream, our heavy whipping cream. We're gonna need 2 thirds cup. 2 thirds cup. 2 thirds cup. Just gonna pour that in. Do our 2 tablespoons. So we're going to need audio. 2 tablespoons, right? Yeah. 2, that's 1. 1, 2, but we're gonna add a little more just because so much of it sticks into the, just gonna add a little bit more. A little bit more. 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. But again, I'm gonna add just a little extra. And 1/2 of the almond extract. Oop. Well, that already felt a little extra because I don't know how to pour. So now this time, it wants us to mix this with a fork. So we're gonna come down here until the thick dough is formed. I know there's a lot of people who are like very chaotic bakers, but I actually like to read the instructions. Even though yesterday I accidentally was trying to make a poppy seed loaf and I put in 2 cups of water instead of 1 because I was so tired that I filled my entire measuring cup with water, and that's 2 cups, not 1. So, you know, I'm very serious about my baking. Well, this is the last of the true like ingredients that we're adding. So we're just gonna speed this part up. Ta-da! We have a dough. The fork method was really stupid. All right. We need to lightly flour our surface. All right. We're rolling it. Also, don't forget to flour your rolling pan. Say that's about 1/2 inch thick. You think that's about 1/2 inch? I think so. We're gonna cut into 3-inch squares, and actually I wonder. All right, so I have this little Tupperware here, and it's almost, or it's just a little over 3 inches. So I'm just gonna cookie cutter it. And so we're gonna basically make them like this. So now we've made 6 pieces. We're gonna take our knife here. We're just going to shallowly put X's into these. There's my parchment paper. Shallow X's, that's what they said. You stay there, Frodo Baggins! I'll admit, this one's a bit thicker. My first 2 were a bit thicker than the others, but that's fine, because I said so. Actually, I think those are the correct, and then I was just like, trying real hard with the rest. You know, they're not the best X's, but they'll do. Right, well, that's done. We're gonna bake these for 12 minutes, because our thing is all ready. So, in you go. Goodbye. For 12 minutes. Alright, I'll be back in 12. It has been time. Let us... Woo! Check out our Lembas bread! Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's good. I think that one popped up. Wow. Okay. That's Lembas bread. We're gonna have to let these cool for now. We have to let them cool, and you can't have them because there's nutmeg in them. I already put your food out. You already have food. Go get your own dinner. Don't you talk smack to me. You Nazgul. You, the Witch King of Angmar. Oh! I am no man. Get back here. Get back here. Where are you going? Buckleberry Fairy. Did you know when he jumped the bridge, that's where he got a massive splinter in his foot? Did you know that? Did you know when Aragorn kicks the helmet, he actually broke his toe, and that's why the scream's so authentic? Alright, here's our Lembas bread. It's still warm, which I wanted to try it warm, but like that cut kind of makes it easy to separate a piece. Okay, it kind of smells like spice cake, but obviously that's because there's nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff in it. Is this butter this way? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try it. You can't have it. It's a very simple bread. Like, it's a little dry. But hey, there's my one small bite. Should fill the stomach of a grown man. Well, I'm a grown woman, so I get 2. I'm wondering, like, what if you put like a little honey on it or something? Let's try it with a little honey. Okay. I think you could put this with like a jam as well. And it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad in its natural state, but I think dipping it in a little honey, a little jam or something gives it a little extra oomph. So, wow, it's so good it made me lose my accent. That's making Lembas bread. So you can have this for, you know, second breakfast, 11's, dinner, supper, all of them. You can have them. It's pretty simple, pretty quick. I literally made this. It's 5 o'clock now. When did I start? It took like an hour in total. And that's because I was like moving the camera and stuff. But like adding all those ingredients, it's 12 minutes baking time. Pretty quick recipe. Pretty simple ingredients. Most of this stuff is in most people's kitchens, I would say. Only thing I had to get was the whipping cream. Because I don't always keep whipping cream. So, yeah. Try it out. But that's the first day of Litmas. Woo! Yeah. More videos coming for the rest of the month. Until Christmas. And, yeah. I will see you tomorrow, cuties. Bye! day off. So, and I have a broken nail, apparently. It's going down, down, in now. Lembas. We are making Lembas.